big with 2 G's. I'm going to repeat that. That's big with 2 G's. So we back with another episode of the BiGG Umbrella Podcast. That's big with 2 G's. I'm going to repeat that. That's big with 2 G's, the BiGG Umbrella Podcast. Today we got Kazie. I'm going to let him introduce his damn self because I don't need to do it. So here he is.
What's up, man? It's Kazie Man the Flair, whatever you want to call it, man. Founder of Left Coast Records, owner of all that, man. It's nice to see y'all. It's nice to be here. I'm honored. What's up, man?
Well, I'm glad we fucking got you on the goddamn podcast. We know it's been a minute, a couple of reschedules, but we fucking got it.
We rescheduled a couple times, bro.
Yeah, that's all good. So we here now. I want to start off. So you from San Diego?
Born and raised, man. East San Diego, City Heights.
City Heights. Okay,
so life.
I know what that's kind of like. What was it even like growing up in? I know what it's like growing up in City Heights. What's it like for you growing up in City Heights?
Different. You know, they say that's like one of the most diverse places in San Diego.
The melting pot.
The melting pot. You feel me? So you got your every race. You know, you've been exposed to it all. And then, you know, I mean, I'm born in 95. So, you know, at some point there was gang friendship and
going
shit
around
like that. Yeah, over there. So, you know, you just kind of had to keep your head on the swivel. And I hooped growing up. So I didn't really involve myself in that type of stuff. So I was always in the gym, you know what I mean? Locked in the gym doing that type of shit. But growing up over there, I mean, when you have all that diversity and stuff, it kind of gives you a range of like what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to be a hooper or a musician, because everybody's doing something. And then like over there, it's a lot of like businesses, because it's a lot of people that came over, you know, they first generation from third world places and shit like that. And they owning businesses on the strip between University and El Cajon. So you kind of get like at a young age, like exposed to like hustlers and small business and stuff like that over there too. Like it's a lot of entrepreneurial, you know, people, business-minded people over there that move too. If you really pay attention and you really like in mid-city like that, you know.
See, and a lot of people don't even know for that side. They think like, oh, that's just not the side to be. But when you're really in it,
they always rationalize it to, oh, that's where the Mollies be.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
That's where East Africans be. And it's like, bro, that's one little strip, man.
Yeah,
you really go to, you know, Mid-City got really cool places over there that like, you know, stand as monuments. From the Tower. If you're really from over there, you know the Tower is a big monument. You also got like, you know, Hoover High School. That's been a monument for years. I mean, everybody and their mama went there, but that was like, you know what I mean? But like, nah, it's how do I say it, man? It gets generalized from like the forefront, but when you really go and get to see it, man, you see the culture, bro. It's really beautiful. It is. Like you really get to meet people and see what people be on. It's really cool over there.
Yeah.
Bro. Real.
Also, I listened to a couple of your songs, and you like touch on your mom and your dad a lot. So you had your mom and your dad growing up?
I had my mom. I was raised by my mom. My pops was more, you know, in and out. You know, he was doing his own thing. But yeah, I was raised by pretty much the women in my family. My mom and my grandma were a big part of like my upbringing and where I'm at right now. I had uncles and friends and shit like that helped me, guide me. But when it came to like parental guardians and shit like that, it was definitely more my mom and my grandma. My dad, I speak a lot on that because I feel like a lot of people can relate to that type of relationship or the dynamic of the relationship I have with them. So to speak on it and be vulnerable about it. And I've been told before, like people will hit me and they'll be like, ask me about like, oh, you know, I've heard you say this about, you know, your relationship with your parents or this about your mom. And I felt that. And it's like, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's
I know them is always a little touchy subject.
Yeah, they touchy, but
I'm gonna keep it
I'm
real.
vulnerable though.
Right.
I don't got shit to like.
And that's what it's really all about.
With him, we're better now. Like when I was younger, he was in and out, but now that I'm older, we have kind of like a better understanding of each other. I don't know if you listen to For Grown Folks Only, but he's actually on the intro.
Yeah, is it
you
the
know
prelude?
What I'm saying? Yeah, the prelude.
I heard that.
Yep. So he's on the intro. So like we have our own relationship now as adults, as opposed to like seeing him as dad's son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
it's a little different.
It's a lot different.
So with you not growing up without him, like how do you feel like that may have strayed you this way? Or do you feel you would have been something different? I mean, obviously you can't go back in time and be like, oh, I have my dad, I'm gonna be different.
Yeah.
But do you feel like it may have changed you in a different way now, since you didn't have your pops around, for somebody to see like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be?
Yeah, I mean, you know, growing up, you have that resentment. You know, you got friends that got homies. I mean, friends that got dads. You got homies that got dads.
Yeah.
they got good relationships. Like I got homies who they pop him and them pops is like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they
like, nigga,
literally.
where my dad at?
You know what I mean? And yeah, you have the moments, but like I always say God doesn't make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's all for a reason. It's all for the greater good somewhere.
The bigger
wherever,
plan.
Yeah, it's always a bigger plan. There's always something. You can't really focus too much on the cup being half empty. You got to look at the fullness in it somewhere. You know what I mean?
I always say, just trust God's plan that he got for you and just do the rest.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really how I look at it. So in it, I seen a lot of blessings. I mean, like I told you, I got homies, you know what I mean, that I've had for years.
Right.
And I feel like, in a way, we kind of had to raise each other because the homies that I got, our lives are very similar. Like, they didn't grow up with their dad.
So y'all can relate like a motherfucker.
And it was like we kind of raised each other. It was kind of like trial and error. You got, some older homies who they done did shit. You the little, we younger, so we watching it and it's like, okay, that's what we should do or that's what we shouldn't do because they kind of the guinea pig for like what the fuck, how to operate through this thing called life as men. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I had my moments of resentment, but I never took it as like, I never dwelled on it like, man, my dad. It was like I took the blessings of what they were. Like I got homies that kind of fulfilled that for me and, other parental figures that came around here and there, like when I was doing basketball or I was going through school, like that were male figures that played that role in that absence. You know what I'm saying? I never looked at it as like a cripple or like a crutch. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
like you said, it was God's plan for me.
Yeah,
so I'm
you know what I mean?
God
don't make mistakes. So yeah, I mean, it's
And you got younger brothers, right?
Yeah, man.
So with your pops, when he wasn't around, I'm sure that was a lot on your damn plate, having to now low key be like, I gotta father y'all because he not here, so I gotta take care of that.
Yeah. That's really
Is that what kind of caused you to be like, now this is why I kind of resent because I had to take all this shit on so early. I wasn't ready for that shit.
Yeah, like I said, God don't make mistakes. So I enjoyed every moment that I had with my brothers. You know what I mean? Raising them and doing all that stuff. Like we got close. You know what I'm saying? And now that we older, my youngest brother is 17. My middle brother, he 23. We have like a fantastic relationship for them times of how, that absence made us close.
Right. So they can look back on that and be like, my brother was really down for me.
You feel me? And we had our moments, bro. Like
of course. Just like you do with homies, like we had to squabble sometimes.
Yeah,
y'all gotta whoop your ass sometimes
but
or whatever.
Like, bro, we definitely had like times like, especially my brother, the one that's 23, like, be like this. You know what I'm saying? So like, it didn't even feel like I was really raising him. It was kind of like,
we homies.
We looked out for each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, bro, this is life. Like, my mom used to have us dressed up alike, all that shit. So we were just close, like riding the bus, all of that shit, like just close. And then when my younger brother came, it was kind of like, all right, bro, you on the wagon. We move like this, just up to speed. And him being 10 years younger than me, like he just joined on and then we just built a bond. We very vulnerable with each other. We talk to each other when, shit goes bad in each other's lives. And, we just treat each other like confidant.
Right.
You know what I mean? That absence only made our relationship strong.
Yeah. So actually, like you said, God don't make mistakes.
It's a blessing in everything, bro. It really is. Like, I can't look at it like that because of all the good that's happened because of the absence. I don't know what life would have been if he was here.
Because we can't go back and put him in the picture and now.
No, you never know. He probably had us miserable. We don't know.
Whatever was worse now.
You know what I'm saying? So the cards that was dealt, bro. We played them right, and I'm thankful for it. To be at this point because it could be worse.
Hell yeah, and we both know that. You kind of touched on a little bit. You said like basketball like kind of kept you out. So like what kind of kept you out? Was basketball what kept you out the streets?
Yeah.
And when did you even start balling?
Because
I know you tall as hell. When the hell you get 6'6"?
Bro, I had a late growth spurt, believe it or not.
When you start growing like that?
11th grade of high school.
Oh, damn. So what was you at like at
freshman year? You could ask anybody I went to school with, bro. I was about 5'6", 5'7".
Oh, damn.
Sophomore year, I probably
That's like as tall as my lady and shit. I'm like,
yeah, bro. We're like a size 9 shoe. I was little, bro.
Okay.
I want to say like summer going into 11th grade. So that's like summer 2010. Yeah, bro. I had this random, I was sleeping a lot.
Because that goddamn growth spurt, bro. That's like my baby. When I see she growing, she be sleeping for a long damn time.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, I was like taking naps irregularly, just too long. And next thing you know, like I remember I used to be shorter than my fridge. I could look over my fridge just standing up straight now. You know what I mean? I get to practice. My coach looking at me. My coach was tall. He was like 6'6". So we like damn near kind of like seeing eye to eye. Like, hold up, you got tall, son. So, but yeah, I started playing it in sixth grade. Is when I really took it serious. Ironically, I broke my arm. I was fucking around with my little brother and broke my arm, and I didn't have the use of my dominant hand, which is my right hand. So I took it as a sign, like, all right, let me just get into basketball, work on this left hand, and
That's you didn't see that as a crutch either. It was like, this is what's supposed to happen. I gotta use my left now,
bro. I've always looked at like I've always looked at the cup half full. You know what I mean? Like, you sit there and you get stuck at the shit being empty or like the negatives, bro. You don't move forward. And I'm all about progressing and being the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? I respect people that want to be the best version of themselves and they don't look to point the blame and, oh, this is this and woe is me and like
what's the solution?
You know what I'm saying? Because life moves, bro. Time is a thing that never stands still. You know what I mean? You can get stuck in the moment, but time is always gonna move.
Exactly.
And it's gonna move with or without your ass.
Exactly.
And
so
you can sit there and cry, but the world moves on. You know what I mean? That's the real part of it. You die today, we'll mourn, and you'll have people here and there, but the world moves on. Time moves on, time changes, and all of that. So to sit there and focus on negatives, bro, that shit is all counterproductive to any type of growth that anybody wants to do. You know,
that's deterring your progression. Like, if you focus on the negative type shit.
You do, yeah. I think because it's like a false sense of like fear when you do that to yourself.
That anxiety shit. Because I even asked somebody like, all the times you got anxiety, how many times did that shit happen that you thought was gonna happen to you? How many times did it actually happen? They'd be like, oh, well, damn, it actually didn't happen. Not many times at all. I just overthought that shit.
I was told growing up, fear is like false evidence appearing real, right? So you could really create a reality in your head. Like your mind is really one of the strongest. It is the strongest thing in your body. You can create your reality on how your mind works. That's why people be so heavy about affirmations. That's why people be so heavy about speaking life and words have power and all these things, because it's a mental thing. And you got to train your mental to do that. So if you're training your mental with bullshit all the time, you're going to be stuck in bullshit.
You're going to be in the bullshit.
You know what I mean? You're going to be sitting there having anxiety. You're going to be sitting there creating false scenarios in your head that don't never play out, but you done killed so much time because you sitting there thinking about that. And like,
and that's why I'm not going to do it, man, because this might happen. And now you just sitting there and that shit ain't never happened.
How many billionaires we done probably lost over overthinking and anxiety because these niggas don't want to, you know what I mean, take that step and not use the crutches and cripple themselves with the unknown and the shit that's not supposed to like that could happen, but it's not going to, or being fearful of what the unknown, like they done cripple themselves out of not being what they could have been. They done wash their whole potential away off of just, bullshit. Like you said, the anxiety and being fearful. Like, that shit is crazy to me.
You kind of touched on mental health already. So what's your mental health even like? Because you got a lot of plates to fucking handle with the music and your brand and shit. How you even handle the stress that comes with that? Because I know it got to get to you sometimes.
It does, bro. It does. There's times where, I mean, recently I just deleted everything off my Instagram, bro. Like,
that's why the nigga only got 6 posts.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I had to take like a cleanse, like a restart. I needed to hit a restart button because it does weigh. You know what I mean? Like, from the business to managing artists to being an artist, my damn self, like, it weighs. And there's times where, you know, you need that space away. So I might, you know, do something like that. But that's drastic measures, I feel like. I mean, for me, writing's always an escape. So when I feel like the pressure builds, I'll write, you know, to get it out, make a song, or just write to write, or go read. Or, you know, as of late, I've been kind of like just living more. I just got back from Utah last month or a month and a half ago. But just, you know what I'm saying, just getting out the way. You know what I'm saying? I went out there and just went to go see the scenery and really just clear my mind and focus on the business. I ain't focused on making a song. I ain't focused on what my artist was doing. I wasn't focused on none of that shit. I just wanted to go and just live.
Free your mind.
You know what I mean? Just live in the moment. And I think that's how I really conquer the stress of it. It's like being present every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Because you lose that sense of presence when you get too focused in a goal or trying to make something happen or making merch or making an album. Because the process of an album is rigorous. If you really care about your art, it gets rigorous. You really love the shit. So that remove yourself from those tasks and those, you know, the things that feel like work at times. Feel like being present, you know, spending time with your people, having a home cooked meal, like
you just did that lasagna. He put his whole big toe in it.
You know what I mean? Like that being present is big, I think, for the mental health. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So another thing I was even asking about, when did you feel like you started to even get on the right path? Or have you felt that, like, okay, what I'm doing now is like, shit, this actually is working. I think I'm supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
When was that like pivot transition you felt that?
When August Gold dropped. When I dropped August Gold, that was my first project that I dropped on all streaming platforms. That's when I felt like, okay, this is something I could do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something that I feel like I'm doing selfishly. It's not something that I feel like is taken out of me. Like, even though I do have those times of stress,
Right.
that's
of
just
course.
work.
That's life as well.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
stress comes with life, and you have to deal with it.
2019, August 24th, 2019. That's pinpoint like where I was like, okay, I can use my voice for something important.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or I could be destructive.
Right.
But I knew my voice had some type of power from the leverage that shit had.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, okay, well, where do I want to steer this? What image do I want to make for myself now that I've made like a mainstream
for real project?
You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I mean, 2019 is when, I think it was the turning point for, the calling.
Feeling like, oh shit, they actually starting to feel my shit out there.
Yeah, they feeling me, yeah. And then how do I want to steer it? Now I have the control of how I want people to, when they think of Kazie or see Kazie, what's the message relayed?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Shit. So with the music thing, what made you even pick? Is your real name Kazie?
No.
Okay, so what made you even go with Kazie?
Ironically, Act Right sent me. He knows. He sent me. This was actually how we got cool. So he sent me a beat. I met this dude through my homie I used to play basketball with.
Yeah.
You know, when we used to go to Fab 48 and did the travel ball circus and shit.
Oh, so you was even in travel ball and shit. So you was really getting down.
Oh, bro, I played Division II. I played, a couple months overseas, Dominican Republic.
Oh shit, you was really doing your thing.
I hope, bro. I hope. That was like my first love. I actually have a tattoo on my shoulder with a basketball and a ribbon around it that says "To My First Love." So that was like the thing that I did for years. That's who I was. There was a time where I was called the Hooper. You know what I mean? I wasn't Kazie. I wasn't rap. Niggas didn't see me as rapping unless you was like one of my closer homies. But I was hooping for real.
We about to get back on the Kazie. What made you stop hooping?
Tired of it, man. You get tired of working. And I'm a workhorse, bro. Like, you tell me jump, I'm gonna say how high, and if I can't jump that high, I'm gonna go work until I can't. So, it just felt like the work wasn't getting
recognition or the
value
that I deserve. Like, I'm putting all this fucking work.
I could hoop. I'm not gonna be, you can ask people that I know, like, I could hoop, like, I could play, and the numbers are said. I got articles and shit that are said, but like, I just got tired of the political game of it. It's
almost
like,
having to prove myself so much and knowing how much I'm doing.
Yeah, like proving, and it's like I was proving, but it didn't mean nothing because the mind is set on where the politics are. You want to play these players, you want to do this, you want to move this direction with the business, and I just got tired of being a casualty of that. And that's where I kind of transitioned to music because I felt like the independent artistry, I don't have a coach telling me when I can get it.
Right.
I don't have a trainer telling me, oh, well, maybe you want to take 2 weeks to do this. Or, you know what I mean? Like, there's no control. There's no, I got to watch my back when I'm in the game because, you know what I mean? Like, all those things, I'm stresses that came with just the political shit in basketball, I got tired of. And then, you have music where I can drop whenever, I can produce my own songs.
And that's your work ethic.
Yeah, like, and I can show my work ethic. Now you can see it, like, it's a physical proof, and I don't have nobody having a say on
that part,
showcasing it. I mean, that's where I turned it to that, but that was why I kind of just stopped. I got tired of it, bro. It was like, and another thing was like, and I'm big on it, like with the Juno and June thing, like I'm big on that message, give you my flowers. Like when it came to basketball, a lot of my coaches at the end of the season were like graduation. Like one time my coach at graduation, my senior year, he told me he wished he would have had me another year after like giving me the hardest time during season. And it's like, you had me.
I get why. I mean, no, I'm not gonna front. I hate when they do that shit. It's like, I gotta pound your ass down in order for you to know, like, damn, man, I love you. But you could have just told me how good I've been doing, and that's gonna make me feel even better.
Know what I mean?
And I might even go harder for that shit. But you doing the weird shit and kind of putting me down every time, it's like, nigga, you know how hard I've been working for this shit.
You actually put it in words. I could never put that in words. That's actually how I was feeling.
Yeah, it's like, nigga, you know how hard I'm working, and then you gonna tell me, nigga, you could have put up 8 more points. Nigga, you just asked me to put the 34. I did that.
Yeah. And then literally, they know the validation. The validation is probably would have pushed them to give you 50. But I had 34 with you beating, harping on me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Now you about to leave. It's like, Damn, man, I wish I had you here for another.
Yeah.
What? Seemed like you wanted me to leave last year.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. But I never, like I said, God don't make
God
mistakes.
had a plan.
And still, I mean, I hoop for fun, bro. We still hoop. When I was living in Long Beach, we was up in Lakewood hooping, with a whole bunch of YouTubers. I done seen Hezzy God, that motherfucker. I done seen a lot of niggas, the 2K twins, all of that. So we still get it in, and I still get little invites to the Drew. Like I got
oh shit.
Yeah, my man Mike Barrage, shout out Mike Barrage. He head coaches Disputed. But yeah, they always hit me to come and, indulge in the Drew League and shit.
And then when you got the time
they
to do it,
over my head like, y'all gonna maybe come back out of retirement.
Yeah. And have to show out.
Yeah. So I mean, and then now I enjoy hoop because I could hoop,
Like you did it for a long time. This is my life, nigga. This is my first love.
How I learned in Mid City when we was at Mid City Gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fun now. But yeah, at that time, it's just with the coaching staff and deal with programs, and deal with agencies. Like
Politics.
I got to see the ugly of an agency and a business and contracts. Like,
Yeah.
you really got to read them, or they will do you.
And you be like, God, who the hell want to read all this little
but
ass?
I took my shit to a lawyer, and they pretty much was like, if we ain't feeling you no more, you stranded out here, partner. You gotta find your own way home. Like,
So that's basically what the goddamn contract
that's
really
what it was
said.
saying. Yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, we not signing this shit.
Hey, at least you were smart enough to even take the shit to a lawyer.
My mom said it.
Hey, whoever the fuck was around
she
that was
the
smart
one. I
enough.
was gun ho. I'm like, nigga, we got a contract. We out the hood. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't care if it's overseas. I think it was in Dominican Republic. Like, I don't care if it's overseas.
Like,
like
you better read
we
that
outta
contract,
here.
son.
She like, no, you ain't going nowhere. We gonna take this to the lawyer. We'll hear from him in a week. And, a week later, he told us that, and it hurt. It took a chunk out of my pride because it's like, oh, I ain't no pro hooper. But,
Right.
It could have been worse.
And now you're doing this though. So
I'm
that
doing
brings you
this.
to what now? How did you get the name Kazie?
Yeah, like I said, he sent me a beat, and on the beat, this is when I was like transitioning into the name because I went by another alias, prior to Kazie. And in one of the bars, I had said some shit like, I'm fly till I crash. You can call me Kamikaze. And I just thought that shit was so tight. I was like, you know what? I don't want to call myself Kamikaze, but my name do start with a K. My biological name is with a K. So to put just the Kazie on the end, that shit just has a ring to it. And next thing you know, like when I stuck with it, I had niggas that knew me like 15 years, bro. They calling me Kazie. Like it really had a ring with everybody else. People like calling me Kazie like more. They prefer that over my real name. So, I don't know. I mean, it started there though. So shout out Act Right because we did that song and I said that. And I'm like, yeah, that's how I like that.
Well, we shouting out Act Right for that.
Shout out Act Right Radio, Left Coast Records,
sir.
baby. Yeah.
So shit, you an artist and a producer. That shit gotta be crazy. So like you produce your own show, you produce for other people more so, or how?
I've done both. I've done both. I got a couple produced tracks on streaming platforms. My boy from the Breed Mafia TVM, Chad. I think I've always vouched for the nigga, but I got a song that I produced on one of his albums, his last album actually, not this most recent one, but the one before, Hunger Pains. It's called Ghostface Freestyle. I produced that, and that was actually like one of my first beats. That shit was like, I hated that beat.
And now
he was like, bro, that shit fire. Send that to me ASAP. Like, nigga, I'm about watch what I do with it. I'm like, bro, let me work sit on it. Like, it was like one of my first beats. He like, nah, and he took it and he fucking killed that shit. It don't even sound. I forget I did the beat. It was so fucking good. You know what I mean? Like the song and the jam.
Right, and you was like, I hate this goddamn
I
beat.
hated it, and he makes me. I love the song. The song is fire. I just hated the beat. But yeah, I do it for other people. I do it for myself. But like I was telling you earlier, I did it for the quarantine tapes and shit. And I don't know.
And them was fucking hits.
I appreciate that, bro. I like the control of it. Like I said, I don't have a coach over my shoulder trying to tell me how to make a beat. I can or make the sound of the song or make my sound or what type of artist I need to be. I created the whole thing just in my room. So
you was in a room doing that shit.
I was in my room.
God damn.
On a
that's for real then.
On a Machine Micro.
God damn.
No Fruity Loops. I wasn't Fruity Looping. Like that was raw sampling. Like I was playing shit out the speaker onto the MPC, and I was scared because I'm like, does it really pick up? But it has a good little mic pickup on it. Like
it ended working. And you still doing it now.
Yeah, bro.
So I had another. So about the Left Coast, like, so is that a record label?
It's a label. It's a clothing brand.
We got all that.
We trying to make it so universal, bro. But as of right now, it is a record label and a clothing line. So the record label is, of course, Left Coast Records. That consists of artists, me, Act Right Radio, KP, Davi the Coolest. And then we have.
By the way, KP got a banging ass voice. I don't even know you, but I heard this shit and that shit is banging.
I tell her, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the first lady of Left Coast. Miss Famous. She hates when I do that, but I love
We
you,
doing
KP.
it.
But yeah. Then we have the clothing brand, and that's Left Coast Lifestyle. So we just trying to incorporate streetwear. This right here is actually from my most recent drop. That was to promote.
You mean my goddamn
June.
flowers?
Yeah, giving the flowers. But that was for the Juno and June project. If you see on the back of it, it actually has the cover to it and the date that I dropped it. But we got some more shit on the way. We got a project we working on as a group with KP and Savi and all my artists. I got new clothes on the way. I'm gonna tap in with you about that.
You really going for this shit.
We going for it, bro. We do. I mean, I dropped it back in May last year, May 7th last year. We did a commercial and everything. So I'm just trying to raise the bar with it. We trying to do a couple commercials.
You actually did that short film.
We did the short film.
Yeah,
too.
I seen that.
I'm trying to get into like the directing and shit too, because I love like acting. I'm real animated.
That's for me. I love the acting shit.
They know how goofy I get, but yeah, bro, I like just having fun with the shit and being creative and creating shit. You know what I mean?
That shit is funny. You goofy and you got a temper.
What is it? What is
so
this hand
he
in
like,
hand thing?
He like, I'm fucking laughing. It's like, nigga, you better not be playing with me. He be like, I thought we were just laughing, bro.
Right? Yeah, nah. I'm trying to keep it cool, but that shit, yeah, we just trying to make an enterprise, bro. Like I just finished barber college too. So we trying to get
nigga, what are you not doing? Are you a soccer player too?
We used to play it in middle school.
Okay,
no, I'm playing but we trying to just get all type of avenues just to like, eventually just give back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Just have I want Left Coast to be like a company and a brand that is a safe space in my community. You know what I'm saying? Coming from Mid City and seeing that entrepreneurship and all that shit, like people having their small businesses, and even my grandma was a small business owner. Like, so I was raised around it. She did hair. She was a hairstylist, owned a hair salon right there on 30th and Adams, right there. Like, so I seen it my whole life. So I just want to kind of, exude that with my vision of it, and that's Left Coast. I want, from the clothes to the short films and producing that to the music and the artists and having those different sounds to even, me doing the barber college and, I'm working on getting my damn license in December. We studying for it. But when I have that, I want to open a barbershop too on some community shit. You know what I'm saying? And hire barbers and we get it popping in there.
And that's dope to even see that that's what you're really pushing for. It's way bigger than this what you have now. It's like I got a bigger goal for what I'm actually pushing for.
Yeah, and that's where like when you said where was the turning point, like it had to be bought in. It's like, what the hell do I want to do with this? I don't want to just tell people I'm a rapper or like, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I just do rap music.
No, I do way more.
Niggas. Yeah, like what am I doing with it? Is it changing shit? Is it creating? Like, is it building or is it destroying?
Right.
And I want to use the shit to build. Like I want, like I said, like people to have an avenue to where like you don't have to just play sports and go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it ain't just shut up and dribble no more. It's like you got so many different avenues you can do.
Bro. Like I went to school. I played college basketball. I got my BA. I did the completion with the barber college. I did all of this. Like I just want to show that it is possible. You know what I mean? Like I'm not here to brag or like do none of that. I just want to do it. So anybody else that's like, bro, the school not for me. I'm not really trying to be a football player. I kind of got a creative mind. I got, visions of doing photography or films or we can show them. You know what I'm saying? I like doing clothes. I'm interested in fashion.
Right.
Well, we got that for you. You know what I'm saying? And even then, like I'm big on networking. Like I do the Kazie and Friends event. I did my second one in August. Like that's a big networking event. I want to rub so many elbows that like when people need something, oh, my boy over here do that. My boy over here run that. You know what I mean? Off of genuine relationships too. It's not like
that's my more so thing.
You know what I mean?
I don't need it to be Hollywood for nothing. Like when I'm doing these things, like everybody know, like if they did it with me, they know that I don't know you, and this is just a general like coming off natural type of thing. And it's like if you wasn't feeling it, they obviously not gonna do it. But obviously we here, so.
And that's why I fucked with like you even reaching out to me because I could feel the genuine in it. Like I'm not in this shit for like the fiscal, of course. Like with my shit, of course.
Of course.
I mean, I set my price.
You go exactly. This
but
is
like
going up.
relationships, worth way more than money.
That's
you know
real.
what I'm saying? Like it's way worth because you don't know the next person you meet. The knowledge that they uphold is that shit make you a meal. You know what I'm saying? So like I want to do it more often. 2023. I want to have more events. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like a little wine mixer, dress up in all white. You know what I'm saying? Or we do the
and people love to fucking dress up and come out because they want to get out the house and do something.
Bro, and living in Long Beach for 4 years, I got this little thing with them. They have this thing where them dudes do pop up, like the homie DJ. He like, bro, we at Barway Bar tonight. And it'd be a Tuesday. And niggas is going up on a Tuesday on some I Love Macon and shit. But like, just events where you could just be outside and you see people. Like, I would go to the events in Long Beach and I'd run into people you wouldn't even like think would be in them spots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd have been in Viper Room, Wiz Khalifa producer Ricky P's in there. You know what I'm saying? But that's just being outside. You going out, you're mingling, just talking.
Like you said, rubbing all them elbows.
Rubbing elbows, bro. What's up, man? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like anybody I approach, I always keep it cordial. I'm like, how you doing?
That's me.
You know what I mean? What's up? I don't try to have the mean mug. You know what I mean? Because now I'm like, I run businesses and shit now, so I kind of have another demeanor. But like, it's always just like welcoming and warming, and I try to get to know people because you never know who you're talking to.
I think I got that from my mom, because you got to show the women respect. So it was kind of like that already rubbed off on me because I grew up just with my moms and shit. So that kind of rubbed off on me already, just like kind of how you approach people with being kind and shit like that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it was because I had to present that to my mom type shit. What made you even go with the name Left Coast?
There's so many reasons. I mean,
you ain't got to give them all or whatever.
The main reason was, I mean, it's really dead brain, like real simple minded. It's like you look at the map, where do you see California? On the left side.
Right.
The coast that touches California is the left coast. Right? There's that. And then, like I said, I was big on like the Southern California music, hip hop scene, like growing up. That's kind of like where my influence to even my sound is. So like I was big on Pac Div when I was young.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was heavy on them.
You like groups and shit, huh?
I fuck with the groups, but they were like, I really liked Mibs. That was like, shout out Mibs from Pac Div. That was like my favorite dude. Like he was like the youngest one. He was the younger brother alike, and his pen was just ridiculous. So I fucked with them. I like they sound. I like that the older brother could make the beats and they sound, and there was 3 niggas that was just rocking the mic all the time.
It was more so like it was related. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, like they had the church league champions. You know what I'm saying? And like the intro is Duke versus North Carolina. I'm like, nigga, I fuck with Duke. Like these niggas is hard. Like with the Dick Vitale speech and shit. I'm like, this shit is tight. So even with just like that, like being so influenced by them, like they had a song, and Mibs, who I said is my favorite artist, he has a line where he says, "Left coast, best coast, home of the Pac Div." So I'm like, that was like one of my favorite.
I want that one.
Yeah, I'm like, that's I could take that. I could take that. You know what I mean? He in trademark it, so
that's what's up.
Shout out Mibs, but yeah.
How you feel about rappers who don't write their shit? Do you feel like if they don't write their shit, it's really not like I guess legit? Or it's just like, I don't really give a fuck.
You talking about like ghostwriting and shit?
Yeah, that type shit. Niggas like, I mean, I ain't got to throw no names out there, but you heard about it before. Niggas were getting that shit, ghostwriting and all that.
Get it how you live, man. This is just you'll never catch me with a ghostwriter.
So I'll
write your shit for you. I done ghostwrote for a couple niggas. I'll write your shit, you know what I mean, for a price. But yeah, get it how you live. Some people got it, they got the voice for it. They probably just don't have the creativity to put the words out with the voice. So they need that extra push. You know what I mean? They still have the gift though.
So when niggas ask you like the ghostwrite for them, are they low key like telling you like, yo, just don't say that you did this? Or they don't give a fuck?
I mean, what's understood shouldn't be explained. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna burn a nigga.
Right, it's like, okay, I know you coming to me, I ain't gotta tell everybody like, oh.
Yeah, we did our business, you know what I mean? We do our splits. You can put me on the writer's thing for the publishing. Like, we cool. We ain't got it.
That's good that you know business though. Like you know how to break down business for what you've been doing.
You got it.
And where you even learn that mindset? I mean, like you said, you growing up, you've seen a lot of business owners, but now getting down to this, doing it yourself, it's like now I gotta know this shit.
So as much as like my pop was in and out, like we had our times where we like spent, and he was real into the music. He was on some A&R shit with his peoples. You know what I mean? Like he wanted to start his own label. His shit was called Hillstar. He had artists under him and did all of that. But, due to circumstances that happened, that didn't really go where it went. So, but he always gave me game about this shit. And I've seen he does interviews and shit too, but he gave me game. Like we sat down and he didn't literally like sat me down, went in his little file cabinet and threw out ass cap things. Okay, well, if you want to publish, you do this, you do that, like, and really gave me the game. And I took it for what it was because he's been in rooms with people. I've seen it. Like he done been in rooms with Suge Knight. That ain't from not knowing this or like being ignorant to it. You had to know a couple people to be in that room.
Even get in there.
Or know some words in the lingo and the vernacular to be in that room. So when he told me all of that, like it kind of opened the doors for that, and I took the proactive precautions and went to go research it even more, and then really took action on it and educated myself on the necessary things when you're trying to move independently and successfully.
It's definitely fucking necessary.
It was necessary, bro, because you can do yourself. There's a lot of niggas out here trying to get signed. I mean, now the independent artistry is put more on the pedestal.
Especially with Lil Russell, Nipsey
Russell,
Hussle.
Lil Russell making a killing.
Man,
Shout out Lil Russell. Lil Russell is the
goddamn
best independent artist out right now because this nigga has shows in his backyard at his mama house. Like, that shit is crazy to me, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But that's independent art. That nigga knows the business. And I really follow him, so I watch some of his podcasts.
Hell yeah.
When he be talking to niggas, and like, he's a nigga that, yeah, bro, everybody eats off my splits.
Yeah.
If you touch my song, you're gonna eat off the split.
Yeah.
You are. From BMI to the distributor, we gonna make sure the numbers are right and they add up, and your name is gonna be on it. And I respect that because he's not looking at it selfishly. He's looking at it as, if I could touch more people, it makes me more powerful.
And that's the game plan you kind of already going off of anyway. So
That's
it's like
all I
now
wanna
you see
do.
somebody else do it, it's like, damn, this is exactly what I'm trying to do.
And we like the same age. You feel me? Like, he just
It was
he got
low-key
a
inspiring.
good ass team. He got a team. And that's big too. Like me, I do a lot of this shit dolo on the business side, but I don't mind it. It's just the pace of it is a little slower because it's a one-man army type of thing. But
once you find somebody more you could trust on the business end that they're not gonna do no weird shit for you, it's like,
I just feel like I just got to make the business more powerful. Like, you just got to come with it. Because once you make that shit powerful and it's loud and it's in people's faces, people gonna want to work for that shit.
Yeah.
People gonna want to be a part of it when they see the movement is moving.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
And I don't
this
gotta reach
motherfucker
out
gonna
and
be
find
moving.
somebody like, oh, bro, can you please be the publicist for this? And can you give me the EPK? Like, nah, bro. If I'm doing this shit and I'm making it happen and I'm just paying people and doing what I need to do to make this shit look how it is, and then it's, I just stick to it, even though the pace is slow and it's a grind, and I know what the end result is. I'm not worried about. Like I said, bro, God don't make mistakes. Like, I'm not worried about what will fall into place when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What's some of you put out tons of fucking tracks. Like, what's some of your favorite songs?
Petco Park, number one.
That's off top. That was like that.
Yeah, no, Petco Park was like a game changer, bro. Like, from making it to the video, like the whole energy of that song, it has an aura to it. Turn it on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I heard the motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's a powerful ass song.
Yeah.
And I didn't even, like, when I recorded it, like, I was just trying to give a visual of what it's like to be in fucking Gaslamp at
Right.
Petco on a Friday.
Of
You know what I'm
course,
saying?
yeah.
Like, get you a brew, go to the Arco, get you some gas, go watch your Petco Park game. And this is
Right.
back when we stunk. We didn't have Tatis or Machado. Like,
Right.
we stunk. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it was just showing you, like, hey, it's kind of cool to be a San Diegan. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the hype or the push and the marketing of, like, the good Padres. So it's just like, man, this is San Diego. We drink beers at Petco. We watch the Padres, even if the niggas suck. And, we from the West Side. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's all it was. So that's, like, one of the songs. And then I think, like, Players Club is another song that it has some power. I think that I like that song a lot because recording it, the energy was in there. Like, when you listen to that song, you could feel it. Like, as soon as it come on, you listen to us talking, there's a dialogue. Like,
That takes you all the way back to when you was there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we calling her, oh man, call the bitches up, tell Chad he got 3. Like, but that was the energy when we was in the booth. We making it. Like, as soon as I heard the beat, it's me and Damo, we both on the track, and we sitting there bobbing our heads. I said, bro, we gotta talk about some shit that's like, nigga, we functioning. Like, it's a good night in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it was. So, like, every time we hear it, and that's another one we did a video to, the video displayed kind of like a regular day with us. At the Airbnb, all the homies came through, niggas playing dice, niggas smoking, like, we just do what we do.
That'd be the best shit when you could make something relatable like that. Like you just said, like, this is just us doing our shit, we're having a good time doing it.
It was just organic, bro. And that's kind of how I just want all of this shit to be. Cause
That's
like,
how I want this shit to be.
I see a lot of like artists and shit, like in other cities, they made that shit popping cause like they made their city look cool. They made a regular day in San Francisco look cool. Or a regular day in ATL look cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's all we're trying to do. They ain't have to glamorize it. They just living. That's just them. Some niggas are them niggas and they can just display that because that's their everyday life. And some niggas do that. And that's what we trying to do. Like, we have nights where on a whim, niggas will buy a Hard Rock hotel and tell everybody to come through. We've had nights. Am I lying? Y'all been in the Hard Rock?
No.
We'll have them
we
on
ain't
the
lying.
way. No, I mean, we have them. So like to rap about them, I mean, like it's just us talking
A
about
regular
life.
day.
And I feel like a lot of them songs, like them songs where it kind of gives you that visual, you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
audio visual. Those are the ones I think that stick the most.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think really all 5 songs on August Gold stick with me, top to bottom. 5 songs, 5 very powerful songs, but like they stick with me because they were all from a real place, from Petco Park, Dirty Blocks, LA Like AD, the West Side Bad Boy,
I was
Golden
listening to
Gate
that fucking
Flows.
LA Like 80 in the car.
And that's real.
Yeah.
Like that was a real place. I was pissed off when I wrote that song. And I
You
used to tell myself,
you sound like you was pissed
I
off.
was pissed. I was going through some shit.
Yeah.
Like I had just moved to LA. Like I'm trying to adjust. I'm from San Diego. This is a faster place. You know what I mean? Faster paced place. You know what I'm saying? It's star-studded. You can walk outside, bro. I went to Walmart in Lakewood and seen Glasses Malone, bro. Like you'll just walk outside and see niggas that you see on TV. It's just like faster. So like the adjustment was real. And it felt like, and you know, me going up to LA, I had a new opportunity and shit, you know, work-wise. But like at the time, I was tired of like how I was living down here. I was living down here and getting into shit, and I was with my cousin. I kind of just felt like it was slow to no motion.
It was basically one of another times like how you went to Utah. I feel like this time I got to get away.
I got to get away, but it was to start something. I knew there had to be a turn in the tide somewhere. This is where basketball ended, and I'm kind of like in a dull moment. I've done music, you know, 10 plus years, but to take it serious, it was a turning point for me. You know what I'm saying? So when I went up there, that transition felt like when Anthony Davis came. Like,
that's why
it was like, you know, remember when he left and Pelicans was calling him a clown and the cartoon nigga and they Disney and all that shit?
Yeah.
Like, it felt like that. It was like my situation was washing up like that and I got sick of it. And you remember AD was sick of them niggas too. He didn't give a fuck. He came and he dressed up as one of the signs that they made fun of him.
Right.
Like, yeah, bitch, I am him. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's how I was feeling. So when I went up there and I did that, like, that was all here talking. I was just talking like, nigga, I feel like AD.
That was hard to the mic.
That's all it was.
Or to the pad.
Yeah, that's all it was, bro. And it was real. Like all that shit was real. And then when that was another one we did the video to. That shit was real. You know what I mean? And we showed kind of like the visual, or the audio visual of what that LA Like AD would feel like from my perspective. What my eyes felt or seen, like what the imagery and all that shit, it was put on the paper and then eventually put on the screen. And I'm happy you tapped in with that one because that was like that. I think out of all the 5 songs, that was here. You know what I'm saying? That and Dirty Blocks was like right here. So, yeah.
There was another thing I also actually asked about. Goddamn, how'd you even come up? What brought you to bring that for grown folks only? And who's that picture of on the album? Is that your real family or that's just
my family, bro?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I think this is his real family.
I come from a family of hustlers, bro.
Yeah.
That picture is very powerful, bro. That's so the 2 standing up, the lady in the green and the dude in the white, that's my grandpa and my grandma. My grandma used to...
and they was all suited up and everything?
Oh, bro, they were fly, bro. You ask anybody about my grandma, even my grandma and my mom's, that was my dad's mom. So my mom's mom is younger, you know what I mean? I have a younger grandma on my mom's side, but she was like, Miss Mitchell, because she had respect for my grandma. She was like, she was crisp to the T all the time, even in her older years. Like, she not coming out unless she has the flyest fit, it's iron, she smelled good with the best perfume. Like, she was just a stunner. She was from Louisiana. And, you know, I've heard stories about her talking to my dad, talking to, you know, people around town and shit. And she moved out here during the gold rush time. And she just...
Your family got some history out here.
From what I heard, she was just like a hustler. So that cover is them at one of her all black owned speakeasies in Louisiana. Like,
oh damn,
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she used to own bars, and that was like one of them. She's stunting with my granddad, and they, you know, taking a little flex pic before they get to mingling and getting drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I find out later, you know, because I dropped the cover before I dropped the album or whatever. One of my uncles who lives in Atlanta calls me, and he's like, "Bro, do you know who's in that picture?" And I find out like the lady sitting down with the afro, that's one of my grandma's little sisters, and she was like the cool aunt growing up. But this is all my Louisiana family. And, I just felt like that was like the perfect symbol of like what you would think of grown folks on.
You should put that on the goddamn t-shirt.
I wanted
that
to.
shit is dope. Always, it's something you can't do that.
I wanted. No, I could. I just time in, and I didn't feel like, I always say like I feel like that project was undervalued, but it wasn't marketed well. You know, Juno and June had a great marketing plan. August Gold had a great marketing plan. That one, I put a lot of hype on it prior to, but I didn't fund marketing of that album well.
Mm-hmm.
It was a learning experience.
Exactly.
It took me under, but once I kind of like got out of that little funk about it, like it was a learning experience. So I don't know. It's just when you say that, it's crazy because I was gonna make a shirt where I was gonna have that, but I wanted to do like a mural painting, kind of like on some like West Side Gun type.
You
shit.
kind of need an artist to,
yeah, like really like immortalize that picture the right way, right? You know what I'm saying? But it just, man.
It just takes time sometimes.
It's just been a rebuilding year. I've taken this year as a rebuilding year. Like I dropped that, and I got the results that I did, and I took it as a learning experience. So now I'm learning patience with it. So I'm taking my time with how I want to adjust with this next project, and you know, from then on out.
There's another song I actually like from yours. I think it was called Pain. Man, that was some shit right there.
That's another hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you touched on that. That was some real shit.
Yeah, bro. You gotta. I was told like with music, bro, you gotta be vulnerable for people. The more vulnerable you are, bro, the more people gonna feel you.
Because they can relate.
The more you speak on what people don't like speaking on, more people fuck with you, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the shit that you like, it's kind of cringy to talk on it.
Right.
I don't want to speak on that because I don't know how niggas feel. Like the people that are listening, and they listening for exactly that. That vulnerableness to be open and feel like, oh, bro, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one that feels like this.
Yeah.
Bro. So like with Pain, that's kind of how I wrote that. I wrote that. Just talk about life. It's life. You know what I'm saying? It's real. Like from when I talked about my dad to my brother to my mom to like my other like my brothers, both my younger brothers, like being a leader, like that's just all real shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of me venting on like the pressures we talked about earlier, like how I deal with them. Like those are the pressures that I'm speaking on. Because it gets painful. You get stressed out. You start physically aching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's painful. And it was like my vent for it. You know what I'm saying? I recorded it like a year after Nip died. Like that day was like March 31st, 2020. And it was just like a different energy. I recorded in my room, like, and I just wanted to.
That was another one in your room.
That whole album was in my room. Yeah, Quarantine Tapes was in my room. Kazie was in my room. For Grown Folks Only pretty much was in my room. I just took the sessions that I did in my Pro Tools on my laptop and took them to the studio. I'm in mixing But that was all that shit was recorded in my room. Yeah, I had a home studio and shit. I have a home studio. It's just in the big box right now, man. We doing some home adjustments. You feel me? But yeah, all that shit was in my room, and I feel like that was where I became the most vulnerable type of artist. I can make a song like Pain. I don't have an engineer in front of me.
I like that shit.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate that, bro. Yeah. But just being vulnerable, bro. Just being an artist that can relate to more people, more that I open up. So this podcast is brought to you by Hennessy and Simply Blueberry Lemonade, man. Don't try that. It's dangerous. I'm going to be feeling this in 5 minutes. But shout out to, BiGG Umbrella Podcast, man. We out here.
I wanted to touch on Daygo Nights because KP, like I said, like
monster.
Rocky. That goddamn Daygo Nights. I was like, man, I heard that shit. That's when I heard I had to go watch the video. I was playing it back. I'm like, damn, she killing that shit. Because honestly, before anything, I love R&B. So when somebody's singing like that and shit, you like, God damn, you be feeling that shit.
That girl has a soul to her. Yes. Yeah, the dude. We just had a session in here. Like last week. When did we have it? Like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago? We had like a session in here. So it was all the Left Coast artists. Sabi was the only one that wasn't here, but it was me, AV, this nigga, KP. And like I said, she's executively producing my next album. So I got her on a couple songs.
I'm sure it's always good to get y'all all together too.
Oh, it's love. It's jokes. It's love. You know what I mean? And it's creating. That's the best part. Like, you can be in an environment where you can clown on each other. And
that's the best
heat
shit.
Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some talented motherfuckers around.
Yeah, when I call like one of my main homies, I'm like, yo, what's up, ugly?
Yeah.
What's up, Boxhead?
Yeah, but you know the chemistry's there though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't ever take it like, oh man, don't be talking to me like.
Oh, bro. So we did that, and she has a song on my album where it's just her solely. Her interlude. I'm gonna name it after her, everything.
And this is your new album?
Coming out, yeah. June 2023.
You able to put that out?
Yeah,
okay.
June 2023, man. We got an album of the year coming, man. That's I stand on it. I'm bigging up myself. I don't need no cosign. That's what it is. So, but with her, bro, she sang that shit, and everybody in here eyes went exactly how mine looked, and we were just like, Cause you hear that shit live, it's different than through
That's
this.
my shit, the live shit.
She don't really need like vocal adjustments and shit like that. They don't really, Iman and them don't be really putting presets on her like that. She's really blowing like that. That's really her. Like,
she really about that.
She's really like that. She really can sing. Like, it's really a gift. You know, there's people on this earth that's really gifted, and she one of them.
You one of them.
Really, yeah. She's like, and she's serious about her voice. That's what I love about her. She's like serious. Oh, I can't smoke the blunt right now. Give me the water to warm this up.
Right.
You know how she was. Like, yeah, she's serious. And I love that about her. Like, she can separate the fun from the artistry. But yeah, with Daygo Nights, bro, that was just, I don't know. I was I'm listening to beats one day and I hear that one and I'm like, me and KP would kill this. You know what I'm saying? I spit my little shit and just have her sing the original hook. But with her voice, that shit was going to go crazy. So from the studio to the video, bro, we just had fun with it. We was joking. I had posted a video of us in the studio when we made it. And it was jokes. And then you see us do the video and it's just more jokes. I told these niggas to come outside. We went to the little Shell station right down the street from my house. And because the lighting was good, we just did the video right there. And we had fun. It was just joke. I mean, you seen it.
Yeah.
We sitting there laughing, joking, dancing, doing dumb shit. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how we are. Like, if you meet the rest of the group, like, beyond the left coast, like we have affiliates and associates from the Breed Mafia and my nigga Dre Rushmore. Shout out Dre Rushmore. It's probably like one of my favorite. He is my favorite performer of all time. Like that nigga is wild, but like, just like that's just how we move, bro. It's like an energy that just run around the room and niggas just it's contagious. Niggas just you'll have a nigga that'll be a wallflower at any other party come with us and be in the crowd with us dancing and shit because niggas is doing it. And we cool niggas, you know what I mean? Like we fly, we dress up, we do what we do, but like we have fun.
And that's dope. You always like including your whole team and shit. Like
always, bro.
It's like we was talking about earlier, how San Diego's like, hey, you can get big, but don't get no bigger than me. It's like, and that's not even what the fucking shit is about. If I'm big, we big.
We big, bro. And that's what I try to like stress with everybody that I fuck with. Like everybody that I work with when it comes to like doing features or doing shows. Like when I do Kazie and Friends, bro, like everybody gets paid. From the artist to the security to Willie when he does the catering and the food. Like he'll tell you the bartender, if we get him, like everybody touches the money.
Everybody eats.
Everybody eats. And it's the most fulfilling shit ever. You can take a stack of money and break niggas off. All right, bro, have a good weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I want it to be. And that's all I stress with everybody. Like, from the splits to the Kazie and Friends to whatever it is that it's an opportunity to incorporate all of us. I'm trying to reel everybody in. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no division. I don't want no niggas on no weird shit. Like, I want the niggas that, if they are hating on some weird shit, niggas like weirdos to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the outcast, not us. You know what I'm saying? We showing love and uplifting niggas, and the homie just signed a deal or whatever the fuck he did or opened a business, and we uplifted him. You can keep that hating shit over there, bro. It's 100 niggas over here moving off good energy, and we don't need that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, involving everybody, bro. Like I just said, 10 minutes ago, the more you reach out and bring on a team, the more powerful you get.
I get them elbows rubbing.
And that's how I look at it.
You got anything you want to put out before we end the motherfucker?
Hey, man, all I got to say is 2023, we hitting the ground running. And left coast, just get used to hearing that name more, get used to seeing these logos, all of that stuff, man. We got albums, we got merch, we got a lot of stuff, so just stay tuned.
Again, man, I fucking appreciate you for even coming on my shit. This is new.
I appreciate you, bro.
I fucking appreciate you for coming here. So again, this is the BiGG Umbrella Podcast. That's big with 2 G's, the BiGG Umbrella Podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's a fucking wrap. There we go. And that's how that goes. Oh, yeah. Hey, that was perfect. Hey,
shout out Home Lane Lasagna.
That's what I'm saying.